without further ado, let's meet our 2011 Calhoun County Sports Hall of Fame inductees. Our first inductee tonight is Coach Ed Dupree.
Ed Dupree. Dupree graduated from Talladega High School, where he earned recognition as an end on the Birmingham News Birmingham Age-Herald All-State football teams in 1948, his senior season, and received a scholarship from Auburn. He was a starter in the second annual Alabama High School Athletic Association North-South All-Star Game in August 1949, then started at end for Auburn's freshman team. He transferred to Austin Peay and started for the Governors in 1950, then spent 2 years in military service. Following his graduation from Jacksonville State, Dupree served as assistant football coach at Lafayette for 1 year and at Austell, Georgia for 3 years before coming to Walter Welborn in 1960 as assistant to Frank Hackney in football and head basketball coach. When Hackney resigned as head football coach after the 1960 season, Dupree was named head coach. Dupree served as head football coach at Walter Welborn for 12 seasons from 1961 through 1972. The Panthers were 77, 33, and 5 during his tenure and won or shared 5 Calhoun County championships. Welborn won the county championship in 1962, defeating number 2 seed Alexandria 27-0 in the semifinal game and number 1 Oxford 12-0 in the championship game. The Panthers won the county championship game again in 1965, defeating Piedmont 7-0. In 1966, Welborn shared the title with Oxford after the championship game ended in a 7-7 deadlock. In 1963 and again in 1967, Welborn was named county champion as no championship game was played. The 1963 Panthers were 4-0-2 against other Calhoun County teams and 6-2-2 overall. The 1967 team defeated Alexandria, Piedmont, Oxford, Saxe, Jacksonville, and Anniston in order to finish the regular season 6-0 against county competition. In 1966, Welborn was named Class 3A state champion over 88 other 3A schools by the Birmingham News based on a point system created by the AHSAA. The Panthers finished 9-0-1. In 1963, Dupree served as an assistant coach in the North-South All-Star Game. Dupree's 1964 team defeated Anniston 27-6, Welborn's first football win over Anniston. It was the first of 5 consecutive wins over the Bulldogs. Dupree was chosen by his peers as Calhoun County Coach of the Year in 1966 and named Alabama's 3A Coach of the Year by the Birmingham News. In 1970, Dupree led Welborn to its first football playoff appearance. One of only 8 teams in the 3A playoffs, the Panthers were 1-1 in the postseason. In 2010, Welborn honored Dupree when it named the field house after him.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Calhoun County Sports Hall of Fame, we are pleased to welcome to the class of 2011, Coach Ed Dupree.
You know, on game day, a good coach usually has butterflies. But tonight, as I stand before you, I don't have butterflies. I'm just plain scared. But anyway, we find that'll happen sometime. As far as enjoying myself tonight, I've never had such a thrill. My heart is full of the things that happened of yesteryears, and I can certainly thank a lot of people. Brother Joe, I thank you to start with, and all those people that you called a while ago to stand up are men that's concerned about young people, and certainly that's here for. And if you would, I'd like to just take you on the road that took me to Wellborn High School. My first year the coach was at Lafayette. Then I left Lafayette, went to South Top High School in Austell, Georgia, and coached there for 3 years. And one Monday morning, my wife said to me, "I'm sick." And I asked her, I said, "What's wrong?" And she said, "I'm homesick. I want to go home." We've been, as I said before, we've been in Georgia 3 years, and she was getting ready to come back to Alabama, and I guess I was too. And the next Monday morning, she woke up and said the same thing. I'm sick. And I asked her again, "What's wrong?" She said, "I'm homesick. Let's go home." And I said, "Ann, we don't have a job back in Alabama." And she said, "But Mama," and when they say "but Mama," look out. She said, "But Mama says there's assistant job open at Wellborn High School." And I said, "Let's go look at it." We came and talked to the superintendent, talked to Coach Hackney, and a couple of days he called us back and said, "Come on." And we packed up and went on. And when we got there, we found some things that they didn't have in Georgia. Georgia had some good-looking kids, but they didn't have a heart like Wellborn had. Never seen kids more desire to play the game of football, but they didn't back up from anything. You could go to practice and practice 3 hours in the hot sun, and the coaches would say, let's run wind sprints and get out of here. And after we ran wind sprints, we looked up and one or two of the boys would say, "Coach, we're going to stay a few minutes and throw a few or learn how to block." In other words, there were kids that had a desire to be better and to win and to stand strong on the tradition that was already there. And it was an exciting venture at Wellborn High School, and this is an exciting venture here to see Calhoun County have this event right here every year. And thank God I'm part of it. Thank you. And all the rest of you that made it possible, because it took a lot of people working together as a